Hi, hello, Pathway teachers. Welcome to my home again. Today, I wanted to go over some common SYPC mistakes that I see happening. And I'm sure you will not do any of these, but I wanted to quickly go over them. The first thing, calendaring formal observations. We will calendar together. However, you should be taking into account your school's calendar. If you have a field trip, if you know you're having a fire drill, some other things that you may know you're having something in the auditorium, make sure you're picking the right class for me to come and observe you in and where you will be teaching for that period. So make sure it's the right class and there isn't anything else going on that day when I'm coming to do your formal observation. Another thing that I'm sure you will not do is when I walk into your classroom, and I'll just kind of do a role play. I walked into a classroom and I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And we did the formal observation, and the teacher said, "Oh, was that today? I just want to let you know that Jamari and Melissa and Rebecca, one's at speech and the other two they didn't come today, so we're just chilling." So clearly, we're always teaching, even if we have 30 students or one student. We're still going to be doing our lesson plan and teaching. So because you have low numbers, you would not stop teaching. So make sure to be prepared. I would like to not see you guys overreact when I walk into a classroom. A lot of your students are familiar with me, but when I walk in, you can just non-visually give me a cue that you see me or not. I know how to just quietly find a seat, and I will be scripting, so I'll be typing everything that you're doing and time stamping and things like that. But this is what not to do. Hi, Miss Liverpool. Oh my gosh, here, let me find you a seat to seat. Oh, wait, can you move? Can you blah, blah, blah? Do you need something? I don't want you to be using your valuable instructional time that way. I want you to be focused on instruction. Another thing to be cognizant and aware of, overly complicated task. Think, is this an overly complicated task and or is the sequence of things that I'm asking my students to do too much? And as the new teachers, we have so much energy and we want to do engaging work, but if I see a list of 24 things to do in a 30-minute period, I would probably cue me in that that's too much. We want to simplify, do less, and go deeper so that the learning is really getting plugged into the long-term memory. Yes? All right. The next thing, acting like a teacher versus being your professional, authentic self. So, what I mean by this is when I walk into the room, don't put on a show and act like a teacher. Just be your professional, authentic self. Emphasis on the professional when we're talking with our students. Another thing I want you to be aware of, percentage of teacher talk time. So as educators, we create an environment for learning to happen. And I was speaking to some of you today. Learning happens when there's conflict, when there's challenge, when there's a misunderstanding, and specifically when there's a problem that needs to be solved. Students and all adults learn when there is a problem that needs to be solved or a misunderstanding. Your brain automatically cues into, I need to put this somewhere, categorize it, and that's learning. So when your students are having a difficult time or have a misunderstanding, we're there to guide and create that space for them to first turn and talk with a partner, ask someone for help, ask a neighbor, phone a friend. I used to say phone a friend. Ask someone, do they understand? How can they explain it to you? You also want to use what people call the Socratic method, and you want to ask open-ended questions. Why do you think this? Tell me more about X, Y, and Z, so that your students participate in their learning. I know that you know the content, We want our students to know the content. Oops. Sorry. I know that you know the content. We want our students to know the content. And then the very last thing that I want to discuss are accommodations. And with accommodations, especially as special educators, we want to make sure that all of our students in our class, we've looked at their snapshots of their IEP. Within their snapshots, it will list their accommodations. So it may be check for understanding. It may be preferential seating. It may be extended wait time. It may be sentence frames. It may be multiple breaks. Whatever those accommodations are, I will specifically be looking to see that you are implementing those accommodations for each student. That is the purpose of the IEP, to have this individualized education program document that helps an educator know how to best meet this student's needs. In particular, and something that I commonly did is I talk a lot and I talk too fast. So I'd have a sign in the back that would say slow down and repeat your directions. When you're repeating directions, not only should you repeat your directions, wait time, you should repeat your directions in different ways, yes? Great. Under accommodations, what's wonderful about this is a lot of the accommodations that work for some students will work for a lot of students, and that falls into the bucket of Universal Design for Learning, or UDL. So I hope this short video was helpful to you. As always, you can email me with any questions that you have, and I look forward to your first SYPC. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.